Do you feel like you've lost energy, libido, or disposition over the years? The truth is that, after 60, many men face the natural drop in testosterone, but almost no one talks about it. What few know is that there are affordable and simple foods that can reactivate your hormone production naturally, without drugs or artificial hormones. In this eye-opening video, you'll find out the 5 foods that naturally boost your testosterone, what to urgently avoid on your plate, how to put together a strategic 30-day menu, simple habits that activate your hormones without a gym, how the sun, sleep, and excitement influence your masculinity. You're not aging on the outside. Your body just needs the right stimuli to react from the inside. Don't accept tiredness as part of age. The vitality you miss is still there. And it all starts with a choice. Watch to the end and find out how to regain your energy, your pleasure, and your pride in being who you are. Did you know that after the age of 60, the male body naturally begins to reduce testosterone production? This drop affects much more than sexual performance. It also influences energy, mood, muscle mass, concentration, and even sleep quality. But what few say is that there are natural ways to stimulate this production again. And it can all begin on your plate. Today, we're going to reveal the foods that have been proven to help keep testosterone at healthy levels after 60, and why your breakfast can be more powerful than many supplements. Imagine a 68-year-old man who wakes up tired every day, even though he goes to bed early. He no longer feels the same disposition to leave the house, exercise, or even talk. Sexual appetite has decreased, but no one talks about it. Neither did he. Neither did the doctor. Neither did the family. But this isn't just aging, it's also a silent reflection of low testosterone. And often, this cycle starts with wrong eating habits. The good news? There are specific foods that, when correctly inserted into the routine, can reverse this situation. And the first of these is something that may be in your fridge right now. Avocado. Rich in good fats, avocados help keep cholesterol levels balanced. And it is from healthy cholesterol that the male body produces testosterone. In addition, it contains vitamin B6 and zinc, 2 nutrients that stimulate hormone synthesis. A study published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology showed that men who consume good sources of monounsaturated fat, such as avocado, have better levels of total testosterone. An interesting detail, eating avocado with a pinch of lemon and extra virgin olive oil enhances this effect. Another powerful food, whole eggs. For a long time, the egg was unfairly accused of raising cholesterol. Today, science already recognizes that the egg is a superfood, especially the yolk, which contains choline, vitamin D, good cholesterol, and essential fats for hormone production. Eating 2 eggs a day, preferably for breakfast, can provide an excellent foundation for the body to have the right ingredients to produce testosterone. A study of men over 60 showed that those who included eggs in their daily diet had improved mood and libido within a few weeks. And if we talk about testosterone, we need to talk about foods rich in zinc. And one of the champions in this is lean meat, especially turkey breast fillet. In addition to being a great source of high-quality protein, turkey contains a high concentration of zinc, a mineral that is essential for the functioning of the testicles and for the conversion of androstenedione into active testosterone. Eating 150 grams serving of grilled turkey breast 3 times a week helps keep hormone levels stable. The secret is in consistency. But testosterone also depends on a healthy gut. Yes, because without proper absorption of nutrients, the body cannot produce anything. And here comes the 4th food on our list. Natural yogurt with kefir. Rich in probiotics and proteins, this food feeds the good intestinal flora, improving digestion, metabolism, and nutrient conversion. An inflamed or intoxicated gut can reduce hormone production by up to 50% in elderly men. Therefore, including a small cup of fermented yogurt a day can make a huge difference. And last but not least, pumpkin seeds. A handful a day, about 30 grams, provides magnesium, zinc, iron, and antioxidants, all of which are essential for men's health. In addition, they help fight oxidative stress, which is one of the great villains of testosterone after 60. Magnesium, in particular, acts directly on the release of free testosterone in the body, which actually has an active effect on the body. Mixed with fruit, yogurt, or salads, pumpkin seeds are a discreet and powerful ally. But it is not enough to know which foods help. It is necessary to understand how to combine them, when to consume them, and what to avoid so that all this effort does not go down the drain. And that's what we're going to reveal in the next block. What you might be eating, even if you think it's healthy, that is silently sabotaging your testosterone, and how to put together a simple and effective menu for the next 30 days. Because its vitality has not ended. She is just waiting for the right food to awaken again. Many men reach old age believing that the loss of energy, libido, and motivation is inevitable. What they don't know is that much of this wear and tear is directly linked to simple day-to-day decisions, especially what they put on their plates. The truth is that there are foods that silently block testosterone production, inflame the body, and accelerate the hormonal aging process. What's worse, many of these foods are labeled as healthy or common in the daily diet, which makes the problem even harder to detect. Now you will find out what should be avoided immediately if you want to keep your vitality active after 60. Let's start with a silent enemy. Refined vegetable oils. Soybean, corn, sunflower, and canola oil, when exposed to heat, release highly inflammatory substances. Chronic inflammation is one of the main causes of testosterone drop in older men. By consuming foods fried with this type of oil, the body increases levels of cortisol, the stress hormone, which in turn blocks testosterone. A simple substitution can change everything. Use extra virgin olive oil or cold-pressed coconut oil for cooking. The impact on hormonal balance is visible within a few weeks. Another villain that many ignore, excess sugar. Even the one hidden in boxed juices, industrialized yogurts, and cereal bars. High blood glucose levels directly affect the function of the hypothalamic pituitary axis, which is responsible for the production of sex hormones. And they also contribute to the accumulation of abdominal fat, which is the most active place in the conversion of testosterone into estrogen in men. Yes, that's right. Excess fat transforms your testosterone into female hormones, further reducing your mood, libido, and muscle firmness. And when we talk about testosterone saboteurs, we cannot fail to mention excessive beer. Alcohol is already known to inhibit the natural production of testosterone, but beer carries an aggravating factor: hops. This plant used in the manufacture of the drink has estrogenic properties. That is, it favors the increase of female hormones in the male body. In other words, regular beer consumption can accelerate the feminization of metabolism. This doesn't mean you need to cut it out completely, but rather reduce it to a minimum and give preference to less inflammatory and drier drinks, such as red wine in small doses, which even contains resveratrol, an antioxidant that protects the heart and can help with hormonal balance. The combination of the right power supply and the exclusion of silent enemies is the first step. But how to turn this into a real, possible, and affordable plan? The answer lies in routine. Next, we will propose a simple example of a 30-day meal plan for men over 60 years old, designed to naturally stimulate the production of testosterone without the use of artificial hormones. A plan that prioritizes accessible foods with strategic times and combinations that favor the absorption of fundamental nutrients such as zinc, vitamin D, good fats, and antioxidants. We start the day with eggs boiled or scrambled with olive oil, accompanied by avocado with lemon and a cup of ginger and turmeric tea. This combination activates metabolism, reduces inflammation, and delivers raw material for the body to start its hormone production. In the middle of the morning, fermented plain yogurt with a teaspoon of pumpkin seeds and a handful of nuts. This is the basis of a balanced intestine, which ensures efficient absorption. For lunch, grilled lean meat, such as chicken or turkey fillet, with vegetables sautéed in olive oil and brown rice. For dessert, a small slice of pineapple or papaya, which aid digestion and provide natural enzymes. During the afternoon, a red fruit such as strawberries or blueberries with a passion fruit peel tea or green tea. These ingredients reduce oxidative stress and protect the cardiovascular system, essential for blood circulation and sexual performance. And for dinner, opt for a light meal, vegetable soup with a light protein or omelet with herbs. No frying or heavy carbohydrates at night. Sleeping well and without digestive overload is essential to keep testosterone balanced. Much of the hormone production occurs during deep sleep, but it's not just about eating. The time you eat and how you combine foods make a difference. Eating eggs at night, for example, does not offer the same effect as at breakfast. And having a glass of milk with sugar before bed can sabotage the whole process. In the next block, you will discover the complementary habits that work together with food to raise testosterone. From the time of exposure to the sun to the type of exercise that activates hormone production, without the need for a gym or impact on the joints. Because longevity with vitality isn't a luxury, it's an informed choice. And that choice starts now. You may be eating right, avoiding the testosterone villains, but still feeling like something is missing. And this is where many men go wrong. They forget that food is only one part of the equation. Hormone production, especially after 60, is regulated by a set of factors. And when one of them fails, the entire system slows down. The body is intelligent, but it needs to be stimulated in the right way. Now you will discover which simple and accessible habits can naturally accelerate your testosterone production. No medicine, no hormones, only with daily decisions that shape your energy and your enjoyment of living. We start with the most forgotten, the sunlight. Vitamin D isn't just a nutrient, it's a pre-hormone, and most of it comes not from food, but from direct exposure to the sun. A European study of men over the age of 60 showed that those who exposed themselves to the sun in a controlled manner, 15 to 20 minutes a day, before 10 o'clock in the morning or after 4 in the afternoon, had testosterone levels up to 30% higher than those who stayed indoors alone. And the explanation is simple. Vitamin D regulates the expression of genes linked to testosterone production in the testicles and brain. Walking in the sun, with your arms and legs partially exposed, can be as effective as taking capsules, and it also improves mood, regulates sleep, and reduces mild depression. Another essential habit, the right exercise. It's not about going to the gym to lift weights like a 20-year-old. It's about adopting movements that respect your body and activate hormones naturally. Light resistance exercises, such as brisk walking, exercises with elastic bands, squats with your own body weight, and climbing stairs, are more than enough. Just 20 minutes a day, 3 to 5 times a week, already stimulates the release of free testosterone and increases the sensitivity of cell receptors to this hormone. A study carried out with sedentary elderly people showed that, after 30 days of brisk walking and simple squats, there was a significant increase in physical disposition, libido, and even sleep quality. Speaking of sleep, this is the third invisible pillar of testosterone. Sleeping poorly or sleeping little immediately drops hormone production. The body produces most of its testosterone during deep sleep, especially in the REM phase, which is only reached after at least 90 minutes of continuous sleep. Sleeping 6 hours or less per night reduces testosterone production by up to 50% in older men. To ensure quality sleep, the last meal should be light, without sugar or fat. Blue light from screens should be avoided an hour before bedtime. And a quiet sleep preparation routine, such as a warm bath and a dark environment, helps the brain get into the right state. Many men don't have a hormonal problem. They have a sleep problem that the body interprets as stress, and stress is testosterone's biggest enemy. Finally, a silent but powerful habit, the touch of emotion. Testosterone responds directly to the sense of purpose. Men who have solid emotional bonds, who feel useful, or who rediscover their passion for something, whether it's a morning walk, a grandchild, a garden, a small project, a goal to overcome, naturally release dopamine and oxytocin, two hormones that interact with the endocrine system and increase testosterone production. Emotional isolation is one of the biggest causes of silent hormonal decline, and the antidote is to resume connections, dream again, to want it again, to live again. Now you have the pieces in your hands. You know which foods activate your testosterone. You know what you sabotage. You have the realistic eating plan in mind, and you know the habits that complement it all. The choice is up to you. It doesn't matter if you're 60, 65, 70 or more. There is still energy in your body waiting to be reactivated. There are still hormones wanting to circulate. There is still desire that can be reconnected to vitality. You don't have to accept fatigue as fate, because it is not. Vitality is not just a memory of the past, it can be your gift. And it starts today, the next step you decide to take. If this video made sense to you, leave a comment with your age and tell us if you already knew any of these foods. Share it with another man who deserves to know this. Like, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell for more content about vitality, health, and longevity after 60.